سيدنا ونبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. اللهم إنا نسألك خير وبركة هذا المجلس، ونسألك ربنا أن تحفظ علينا العافية، ونسأل الله تبارك وتعالى أن يمن علينا بنعمة الإخلاص في أقوالنا وأعمالنا. اللهم آمين يا رب العالمين. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to increase the sincerity in our hearts and protect our from the hypocrites and anything like attack or destroy or affect our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sisters, you're gonna be there? You're gonna come closer to hear me?
They're all sisters.
I'm sorry?
The rest are girls.
Okay, inshallah. I just asked Muhammad to take them to the other building to have some fun, to give us a chance to talk. Anyway, alhamdulillah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Anyway, the students, the little kid, the little boys and girls, inshallah. Okay, yeah, they can go. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It's the first time to have the meeting with the family night meeting with the parents of our children in Tafheem Program. Jazakumullah ta'ala khairan for coming. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give the barakah for our children, all of us. Allahumma ameen ya rabbil alameen. I really appreciate your attendance. Jazakumullah khair. And it's our opportunity to strengthen our relationship together. I am seeing the issue as we Jazakallah khair. شكرا جدا. ده في بطارية؟ الله يفتح عليك. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I'm seeing the children making their friendship in the future between each other. And I'm seeing the relationship between us in the same level of the relationship between our children. Yani once my children come in to say, hey, I have so and so come into our home today because we have a dinner, I invited them to eat something, I am going for the home of so and so. They are naming the names of the children. Okay, it doesn't matter what is the age of them, but the matter for me if I know the parents or not. You know, because we are as the parents like the environment of the children. They grow up in the healthy environment or not. Is it working? Shukran jiddan. Bismillah. Is that clear?
Yes.
Better? Alhamdulillah. Because of that, it strengthens our relationship together. It's gonna build the relationship with the children, especially when we come here and they are seeing us having that harmony between each other and having a good relationship between each other. Once they are seeing that environment, they're gonna trust each other more, and they're gonna say, hey, this is my future to be closer to that man, not the other people. Especially with the Tafheem program, we are keeping our children close to each other from 8:30 up to 2. It means they're not going to different places having that long time with the other people. The main relationship between them over here. And alhamdulillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have that opportunity in our masjid, and alhamdulillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are offering that. By the way, this is one of the blessings which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala given to us here in this country, to have that environment which we cannot have it in different places actually. I believe what I'm saying. But what is our rules? Before talking about anything, we need to remember together. And you're gonna remind me about the things I missed it or I forgot it. First of all, as you know, in Western environment, we have a challenge with actually everything. Economy, politics, Islamophobia, the community around us, everything. We are a challenge with everything around us. And our children facing that. That causing a lot of people saying we're gonna go back to our back homes to grow up our children there. I don't believe in that. I believe in wherever the future of my child gonna be, I need him or her to raise in the same environment. The people coming from overseas to this country, they are facing big struggling until they gonna be like affiliated or like having they are being okay with the circumstances here. If we have people grow up here and they already understanding the system, the environment, the methodology of the community, understanding everything. You know, once we have a lot of meetings with Brother Muhammad and Sister Saleh. Once we are talking, usually she's saying that, let me tell them that, you know, usually she's saying, I grew up in this community and I understand that. It means she's like mentioned about a difference between the people who came from overseas, suddenly found themselves like a leaders of the Muslim community here, and somebody he already grew up in this country. Can we have any examples in the Quran for the people they already grow up in the Western, if we can consider the concept of the Western environment? We can see which environment Yusuf alayhi salam grew up. Do you think he was in a Muslim community? At the beginning he was with his father and his family, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted him to be in a different community, in a different environment, in a different system, in a different rules, a different government, everything different. Over there, once he was there, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala show us the model of the person. He has no father, no mother, no sibling, nothing around him except a normal people. And by the way, he grew up in the White House. In the White House. If we can say that. This is the White House at that time. You know, the politics over there, you know, the starting of the war, like all the world, everything with the bad things gonna happen, it's already prepared. In the same place, Yusuf alayhi salam grew up over there. And Musa alayhi salam, he had the same opportunity to grow up in this system. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in my humble opinion, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them a chance to be ready to lead the whole people in the future. Am I clear with that? You know, Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, he used to lead Bani Israel in a while. If he didn't grow up with that, you know, with that environment, he couldn't understand how is the politics going back and forth, how we can negotiate with the other side. Because of that, you can find in Surah Al-Shu'ara, the discussion happened between Fir'aun as a big leader or a bigger leader of the whole community, of the whole world actually at that time, and Musa alayhi salam. You're gonna find the quality of, you know, the equality of the discussion between, you know, it was like actually like how can we say munadhara, debate. You know, they had the debate, you know, and he used to answer him with the same level of the talk, you know, of the discussion. If he didn't prepare in this environment, he couldn't answer Fir'aun with that. Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, he was the first man in the whole country. He was the first man, he was like a head of the country. And he managed everything in this country during that period of time. If he stayed over there with his father in the desert over there, and we inviting him to come, Yusuf alayhi salam, can you come to run the business over here? He will not have that experience to lead the community at that time. The growing our children in the Western environment, it's not wrong in itself. But the main point, if we are as the parents leaving them in the ocean and going sitting over there under the umbrella, you know, and we are chilling and enjoying our time. Or if we're gonna be busy with the different things, working all the times, all the days and nights. I am working like 18 or 17 hours a day, just coming to home, to sleep, to take a break, and I'm gonna start again going to my work, and I'm coming tired. I have no time to talk to anybody. Don't talk to me. I cannot concentrate with him. You know, at that time, our children gonna find themselves alone. At that time, they're gonna start to look at a different source of the information. If we're gonna say, you know what, Alhamdulillah. We have Sheikh Ahmed and Sheikh Abdul Hamid and Brother Muhammad and Sister Amira. Alhamdulillah, they are working very good. They are doing very well with the children and they're taking care of them. Again, the child, like a bird, has two wings. One of them in the school and one of them at home. If the wing at home broke or destroyed or being nothing affecting him with that side, he cannot fly with one wing. You know, we have to give them that attention. Otherwise, we're gonna lose them 100%. If we're gonna be satisfied when we lose our children, finding them in a different religion, wal-iyadhu billah, or going away from the Islam, or doing something like action and so on and so. One of the main things, once I am in the masjid, I'm teaching Islamic study, I'm giving a good lecture, I'm trying to have a good environment, and I'm seeing the children saying bad words and doing bad actions and affecting like error with the other people, I have the flag, the red flag gonna be raised at that time. What's wrong with this person? We have two places, home and madrasa. In the madrasa, we are doing our part. What about the homes? Where did that bad word came from? You know, do we have a different places our children going there or not? At that time, we need to keep our eyes open to look at everything. By the way, usually I'm asking my brother Muhammad and Sheikh Abdul Hamid and Sister Amira to give a daily reports about what they are doing. Because of what? Because once you are seeing something wrong, you need to come next day, not next week, not forget what happened. I need to come next day, not to punish the teacher or blaming somebody, to give a hand. I hear that word, I notice that actions, and so and so. At that time, the teacher gonna consider about the points. Usually, as a teacher or a part of the programs, you know, I am putting that in the side of the page. You know, I have like Hadi or somebody. Okay, Hadi did 1, 2, 3. Like Zaid, he missed so and so. At that time, I can consider about the mistakes, and I'm gonna try directly, indirectly to fix it. Depends on the man and depends on the danger of the mistakes they are doing. My English is working? Understandable? Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Once we are talking about the environment of the Western or the West, in the West, we need to remember we cannot control everything in our hands. But wallahi al-azim, the only help, I can say, the only help and support is coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as you know, the guidance not coming from us, it's coming from Rabbil Alameen subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us that example about the prophet, the messenger, not just a prophet, he was the messenger and he lost his child. You know, we were talking about Nuh ala nabiyina alayhi salatu salam. Am I clear with that? What happened? You know what happened? We are talking about the moms at that time. Forget me to talk about this point. Actually, we're talking about the mom. The mom at that time, she used to cheat the husband. You know, not physically, but with the mentality, the attitude, you know, psychology, whatever. We are talking about this point. Just to give attention about the importance of the other side of us. The mom over there, she didn't her duties. She didn't fulfill her duties at that time. She didn't give that attention to the child. Because of that, the man, even if he is a messenger, he didn't find the child in his hand. In the other side, we can find Ibrahim ala nabiyina alayhi salam. Usually he was busy out of the land or out of town, going here and there, and the only one took care of Ismail alayhi salam, she was Hajar. She was the woman. If we have a good woman, wallahi, we have the best blessings in the whole dunya. Because of what? This is the main core, the head core of the education, the growing up the children, the nurturing the children. All of that things gonna come to the moms specifically. Sisters, this is for you. You are the one. And we are just supporting and helping you. Subhanallah, with that sentence, I hope my wife is here. You know, but unfortunately she's not here. Can you tell her I said that? Please. Okay. I'm sorry? I'm not sure if she's watching this. It's a live right now, for my talk. Okay, thank you. I think you are friends, right? Okay. The wife of Ibrahim alayhi salam, she could do that. The Nuh alayhi salam, without his wife, he couldn't do it. In the third level, we can see Yusuf alayhi salam, he grew up of the castle of the Al-Aziz at that time, without his father and his mother too. He didn't have both of them. You know what I mean? And Musa alayhi salam, he had at that time his mom. She was around. She was there. She was watching. She was feeding him at the beginning. And for sure, she gonna be a part of the group around that man, you know, like a daddy, or you know, like a what are you saying, even if they're gonna consider her as one of the servants here, but she's a part of the tarbiyah with the little child, bigger child, old man or young man, whatever. The women is the main core over there. We need to take care of them as much as we can with this issue actually. And how can we be like a good model for them? We have like 3 or 4 elements we need to think deeply about them. The first of all, al-aqeedah. The aqeedah, not just a listens. The aqeedah not talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The aqeedah not just seeing ourselves like saying La ilaha illallah, Allah subhanahu. You know, sometimes that words coming with the wrong spot and giving a negative reaction from them. You know, when I being anger, don't tell her that. When I being anger, I'm suddenly saying Astaghfirullah al-Azim, just for example. When I say Astaghfirullah al-Azim, is that a good word in itself or a bad word in itself? In itself, it came with the right position or with the wrong position. I'm just trying to show my anger, my humbleness, my ego, what I am doing. I am using the same words. I'm supposed to say it, but with a different position. They are taking the word negatively. They don't believe in Allah. We used to seek refuge with Him. Astaghfirullah. They will not believe in that one. I am seeking refuge with Him, you know, or seeking that forgiveness with Him because of the situation or the way of saying the words. You know, Subhanallah, I am talking to my child. I am saying Subhanallah, you know, with the eyes like that, coming like that, and saying that word. He will hate the word of Subhanallah. Because of what? Because his memory, usually connecting with the situation he used to receive Subhanallah with. If I am saying with a good way, with a smile, he gonna love the word, and he gonna love the one we already talking about him when we say our exalt to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or praise due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or whatever we are, like Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever. How can we be a role model for our children? Usually the first thing we need to take care of it, how can we control our temper? Not front of them, we need to show our anger. We need to keep it away from them. They need to see us with the, I can say I don't want to say humble position, but a reasonable position. Sometimes to show their anger, it's important. It's very important. Yani, you are controlling the case with that level of, you know, to be strict at that much. I don't want to say to be tough sometimes, but some actions need from us to be like firm with that level, but not all the time. Not all the time, because they're gonna have a gap between me and my son. He will not love to talk to me. He will not feel that tranquility when he come to sit next to me and putting his head on my shoulder over here and having a hug, you know. I am keeping him in a minute, you know, and then he's like all of the negative power going on, I am just receiving all of that power from him, you know. If he's seeing me with that level of observing them, they're gonna trust us, and whatever we are asking them to do, they're gonna be okay with it. Otherwise, we're gonna lose them, even if they're gonna show us their loyalty, affiliation, we are okay, we have no problem. But once I'm sure you saw that a lot, like a lot of our children, once they are like reaching 18 or something, they are going out. Even if they are showing us, we are okay, Baba, but you know, I want to be like independent and so on, but he's having something hidden in his soul, in his mind, in his nafs, you know. How can we keep our children around us? By the way, subhanallah al-qadir, why we have a children? We have a children for two reasons. The first one, to be our extension to Islam, to spread the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to have more dhakirin of Allah azza wa jal. And the second one, to be our support when we get older. When we get older, I need somebody to be next to me, you know, to have somebody protecting me from myself first, and supporting me from the desire, the disease, and so on. So all of that things gonna come together to see I have a backbone, you know, coming with me to tell me you're not alone here. I am with you, you know, even emotionally. Once we're gonna get older, we're gonna feel that empty of, you know, of our souls. I talked a lot tonight. I'm so sorry for that. Actually, I want to hear from you. You know, I prepared like a 5 minutes talk, and then we're gonna listen to you. I can stop here. Do we have any suggestion, any things? Okay, let us finish that. How can we be a role model for our children? This is the main things. You need to think. We need to rethink about our shortcoming, about our mistakes. If we can evaluate our relationship with our children, we're gonna see if it is strong enough, really, or if we have any gaps here and there. Can we review that? And I cannot give you advices, because this is your situation. This is my situation between me and my children, between me and my wife. But I'm gonna end it with dads and moms together, like the umbrella and the stick of the umbrella. You know, no one of them can cover the children alone. We have to have both of them, the cover and the stick of the umbrella. Open that one to cover myself or my children. Once we are missing the good relationship between both of them, our children gonna see us as a broken. We're not sold, we're not strong enough to protect them, you know, to protect them from everything, by the way. We need to rethink, review our relationship at home and fix any problems. If we want to have a good children, this is your issues at home, this is my issue at my home, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us for that. It means we need to make sure we have a good relationship between the husband and wife, and we have a good relationship between us as a one unit, and the other side, they are my children. On the other hand, everything after that gonna be easy and nothing. And we are here to work together. We have our side and you have your side. Please help us to continue and complete our work with that, inshallah tabaraka wa ta'ala. Now I'm going to listen to you if you have any